Hi guys, I'm Jessica Nicole Dickerson, aka Janie. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm actually looking really raggedy. Like, I have sweat shorts on, like Star Wars shirt, this random half up half bun thing. We're gonna have to deal because I don't feel like changing, and yeah, I want to get this video up for you guys. So in today's video I'm going to be giving you recommendations for the Sunshine Readathon. So if you don't know about that, where have you been? Go check out my video. I'm doing my own readathon. This is kind of a replacement for Reading Rush and Contemporary-a-thon for me, because I love daily vlogging. I love seeing other people vlog and do things and stuff, and it's, I don't know, I miss it, I want it, so I'm making my own readathon so I can do it. And this readathon is all about really spreading positivity and shouting out other booktubers and influential like book reviewers on your channels or Instagrams or whatever, what have you. So yeah, I'm recommending books to read during the Sunshine Readathon for all y'all who are going to be participating along with me. It's going to be really cool. A lot of you guys commented on my previous videos that you're participating, so I'm very excited. So let's get into my recommendations and ways to approach these challenges that can kind of help you pick your TBR, because I know that's like the hardest part is like picking a TBR in addition to sticking to a TBR, but also picking a TBR, because it's like I have so many books on my shelves that I need to read. Help. So I kind of created a way to think about each challenge. So for the first challenge, Golden Hour, which is to read a heartwarming book, I'm recommending that you read something that's nostalgic, that gives you a lot of fond memories. And if I had to pick a book that's very nostalgic for me that I don't talk about frequently on my channel, it would probably be Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I swear I can speak. So this is about a dude who's orphaned and is like the only guy who can remember this mythical city of Weep. Everyone else has kind of forgotten about it, and he becomes a librarian assistant, and one day he gets the chance to seek out Weep, and he, you know, whole ass goes into it. That makes no sense. He you know, does, you know, the hero thing and figures out stuff and helps people and whatever. It's so nostalgic for me. I haven't read this book in years, but it's one of those books that just, you get really immersed into it. The world building, the lyrical writing, it's considered slow for some people because the details build. It's like we learn that he's orphaned, we learn about this mysterious city, and it builds on that. There's a bird following them around. People come to visit the city and are starting to recruit people to solve this urgent issue. So it may seem slow build, it does become very explosive towards the end, but it does have a lot of detail in it. So if you're very detail oriented and you like really lyrical writing, I would highly recommend this. Very, very nostalgic for me. So maybe for this challenge you can read something that's a little bit more nostalgic for you. Some other nostalgic books for me are probably like the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. It's one of the first high fantasies I read and fell in love with. Also Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Those are just very heartwarming, nostalgic books that give me all the vibes of my childhood. For challenge 2, Dawnbreaker, which is to read like a buddy read. For this one, I'm kind of helping you guys. So if you don't have someone you want to buddy read with, you can buddy read with me. Hey, let me get some options, because I would like for you to pick in this video what you think we should buddy read. So comment down below, let me know what you think we should buddy read together. So during the week I will be reading it. Let me get some options. Okay, I have Blackout, which I really want to read. Lots of my favorite authors are in it. I definitely want to read it. I also recently got Sisters of the Snake sent to me, which seems super cool, but it is more of a fantasy, and I feel like for me I'm going to be doing a lot of contemporary during this readathon just because that's the constant perpetual mood that I'm in. I'm also trying to think of books that a lot of people have or wouldn't mind getting, because I don't want to be telling y'all to be buddy reading something and you're like, ew Jess, I don't want to read that. I feel that. Okay, I think I have my 2 options for you guys to pick between for our buddy read together, and I will be announcing what the buddy read will be in a week. For the next video, next Tuesday's video, I will be doing a TBR video. So it's between Blackout by tons of people, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nick Stone, Daniel Clayton, tons of awesome authors, which was just released, so it might be a little bit harder to get, or Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. I almost said Victoria Aveyard because I have 3 functioning brain cells right now. Elizabeth Acevedo, one of my favorite writers. I have reread this book actually like 3 times. It's a all-time favorite, and it's really easy to breeze through. It's an older book, so hopefully it's easily accessible. Like, I know they're both available on Scribd. They both should be available in libraries, but this one would probably be a little bit easier to snag. But yeah, let me know. Pick this one, this one, this one. What do you want to buddy read with me? I'm totally down to read both. I actually just might read both because I'm in a very nostalgic wanting to read my faves. For Daylight's Flare, the 3rd challenge, it is to read a book in its entirety in one day. And for this book challenge, I would highly recommend reading some poetry or something that's open verse like the Poetics. A poetry book that I have read and really enjoyed recently. Let me get it. Something just fell out of it, just ignore that. Ignore that too. Is Home for Hurricanes, a memoir of resilience in poetry and prose by Nikki Murphy. So I highly recommend this. There are tons of poetry books out there, but this, you could finish this in one day, right? You can do it. I totally believe in you. Highly recommend supporting her. She is such a great person. She reached out through Instagram and we've become kind of internet friends, I would say. I don't know, but I really enjoyed the poetry, her writing style, the message of the poetry. So it's kind of modern poetry while still being very poetic, because you know, it's not like Milk and Honey. I know some people love that. It's not my taste. It's a little different. So this is probably like just a little bit more lyrical, but still tells a story of her life in snippets of moments. Very enjoyable. Highly recommend. Another thing for smaller books is probably reading something by Jacqueline Woodson, like, let me grab one, Harbor Me by Jacqueline Woodson, one of my favorite books. A middle grade. All her books are like under 200 pages and they're always so gut-wrenching, so you have been warned. The next challenge, First Blush, is to read a queer romance. So for this, it could be any spectrum on the queer like umbrella in the LGBTQIA+ community. So for my recommendation, I would recommend the book I just recently finished, Loveless by Alice Oseman. So I read this for Chanel's book club, the Crusty book club. I highly recommend. She's going to be reading Strange the Dreamer soon and a bunch of other fun books. But yeah, I read this. It has great ace representation and there's also a lot of other queer members mentioned in this, and it's about really finding yourself in coming to accept your identity and how things are perceived in such a way that people tell you you need to have a romantic interest in life, that you need to get married and have kids and have sex, and that's a part of life and something you have to do. And this book talks about how that ain't accurate. So I really love how it discusses how it feels being ace, how you feel to be normal, you have to do these things. And it's like, you don't. Even if you're not ace, you don't have to do those things unless you're ready. And a lot of peer pressure causes people to act differently, and it was just a very empowering story. So I'd highly recommend this for anybody, even if you're not ace, just so you can kind of understand other people's perspectives and maybe get to understand yourself a little bit more too, because it talks a lot about relationships between love and friends. If you like Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, you'll definitely love this. This is like the queer version of that, to be honest, because it also talks a lot about fan fiction and has a lot of pop culture references that are really good. Some other queer romances you could read are The Love and Lies of Roxana Ali, which is so fire, so good. Let me show her off real quick. This sexy book right here, amazing, about a girl who, I believe she identifies as a lesbian or as bisexual, but she's having a relationship with a girl. Her parents find out and they send her to India to correct her. You heard me right. It's so messed up, and the book tackles some serious ish, so I highly recommend. It's very eye-opening to how difficult it can be for some people to come out and how dangerous it can be, but it does it in such a good way. I highly recommend. Okay, this last recommendation is for the Sunshine Challenge, which is to read a book that has been recommended by a booktuber, and I never shut up about this book. So if you haven't read this book yet and you're looking for good recommendations, I highly recommend that you read Piecing Me Together by Renee Watson. I will never stop talking about this book. It was, I think, very influential in my life. It made me learn to accept myself, challenge myself to keep pushing forward. Basically, this is about a girl named Jade who goes to a private high school. She's a scholarship student, and a lot of her opportunities are limited because she's black and from a low-income family, so the programs are all about assisting her in her situation and aren't really about her passions in life. She's an artist, she wants to be a collagist, and she has different interests, and she learns that she needs to somehow find a way to still fight for what she believes in, that she still deserves the chances that other students get. And she also finds a lot of self-love. She is a plus-size black girl in Oregon, and she's dealing with having friends who don't understand what she's going through, and it's just, I don't know, very impactful in that sense. I'm not saying this is the perfect book. It just has a lot of great elements that really resonated in me and in my life, so I keep recommending this. I feel like a lot of people will kind of resonate, like the topics that are being discussed will resonate with a lot. Did I almost die? Will resonate with a lot of people. Wow, I think I choked on air. Is that possible? I obviously have been talking too much about this, but like this is my recommendation to you. If you have not read this yet, I really recommend it. If you have read this book, let me pick another one. Well, obviously all the books I've recommended so far in this video you could totally read for that challenge as well, or find another booktuber that you really like who has recommended a book you've been wanting to read, so that way you don't have to like go out and buy a new book. Highly recommend it, not buying new books, guys. Libraries are where it's at. Or reading from your physical TBR, because like I got so many books. My challenge on top of all these challenges is to only read books that I literally own that I have not read yet, because I have so many that are very interesting to me but I just haven't read them yet. So I just recommended a contemporary. Maybe I can recommend a fantasy besides Strange the Dreamer, because everyone always talks about Strange the Dreamer. It's because it's kind of a good book. You know what? A great book is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell, which was published a few years back, so hopefully it'll be an easier book to get your hands on. But this is a great urban fantasy about a girl who time travels into the past. She's stuck in Manhattan because all magicians are locked in because of this magical bubble. You gotta read it to figure out why. But yeah, so she goes to the past, tries to stop this magician from wrecking everything and killing everybody and ruining life for magicians. You should read it. I really enjoy this book, and the third installment has just come out, so it was a great time, so I'd recommend this. Okay friends, for the last challenge, which is Spotlight, which is highlighting or promoting, shouting out a creator in the book community who has impacted you either with their impeccable reading taste, or just in general I can't speak today, or in general with their positivity. So how I'm going to be doing this is that I'm going to be shouting out people on my Instagram, my Twitter, and on my YouTube channel every day. You obviously don't have to do that. I'm going, you know, balls out, like doing the full 9 miles. Is that the phrase? I don't know, but yeah, so I'm going to be tweeting out people who have influenced my reading taste every day. I'm going to post people also on my stories every day, and in my daily vlogs I will be also shouting out creators who've just, you know, blessed my soul. So you can either do it just in one post, just willy-nilly, and that'll check off the Spotlight challenge. Let me know how you feel about these recommendations, and don't forget to sign up. Don't forget to join. Oh, I hate myself. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. I got it this time, yeah. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, so I'll link the video up above and below. Please check it out. I'd love to give books to you guys, and I will actually be giving away 3 more books, but I will announce those 3 books and give you the details of how to enter in the TBR video. So make sure, comment down below, what book do you want to buddy read with me? Do you want to do Poet X, which might be a little easier to get your hands on, or Blackout, which is just an exciting new release? I'm very excited. Let me know if this video helps with any recommendations or anything. I've been rambling. I love you guys so much. Please enter the giveaway. I'd love to reward some of y'all who are watching this right now. That's so cool that that's possible. With some books, some free books. It's an international giveaway. So yeah, enter. Just like this video. Thanks so much for watching. It means the world. I hope this video gave you a little bit more sunshine, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I'm sweating.